We are underway. First touch of the ball for Noemi Mouchon. And immediately Leicester City, who we saw quite a lot of the time last year play a back three, shaping up as a back four with Ruby Mace just sitting in front. A little clip ball forward early is good with chase. Mouchon tried to slide it inside, and it's an early raise of the flag from the assistant. Rachel Laws in the Liverpool goal. Early touch of the ball for Lucy Parry. Diagonal trying to pick out Taylor Hines, and does. CJ Bott just gets her body in the way and defends it nicely. So Taylor Hines is feeling the effects of that early collision. Spoke glowingly in the preview video of Liverpool's season on the Barclays Women's Super League YouTube channel about how the mood in the camp is good, and showed off her Scouse translation skills as well, Taylor Hines. Although, even from her own perspective, she said she was quite disappointed with some of the answers not being what she anticipated. Going to play a huge part this season on the left-hand side. Gives such a dynamic approach to this Liverpool team. Such a clever player on the ball and makes those marauding runs forward. Back underway with CJ Bott. Just tried to clip it over the top and it's headed to safety. Here is Hines. Immediately swivelling and trying to skip away from Rantala. Debut for Gemma Evans. Made the switch from Manchester United in the summer. Parry just being harried out of possession by Missy Goodwin. Concedes the throw in, but will take it immediately again. See the building skills from Gemma Clark. Now Evans. Punched into a lovely area for Howe to drop deep. Parry. Herbinger on the underlapping run, gets the ball. Nagano. Our first real look at Olivia Smith on her Liverpool debut. The new number 11. Here is Smith. To the second debutant, of course, Evans. Hines. Just a little back heel inside and works an angle. Cannons off of CJ Bott and the defender deals with it well. Lively start to a new era for Liverpool Football Club on this opening weekend of the Barclays Women's Super League. Feels like it's been a long summer, doesn't it? So glad to be back. Matt Beard spoke about having quite a disrupted pre-season, having to contend with a number of injuries during their preparations, but said he's overall quite satisfied with how they've dealt with it all, and I'm sure there's a lot of excitement building, and it's going to continue to build if Taylor Hines can try and keep the ball in play. Unable to on that occasion. Mate. Goodwin. Cayman. Now Mouchon, lovely feet. Gets the shot off early as well. Here's Mace. Cayman has it robbed by Smith. Ruby May steps across though. Here's Nagano. Parry tried to dart inside, but Cayman, using all that experience and steps across Tebow's clearance, is only as far as Herbinger. Intercepted by Rantala really well. And now Goodwin, an opportunity for Leicester to break. Mouchon ahead. They have just drifted offside at the end there, so Goodwin holds on to it. Tebow. Now Bott. Ball round the corner from Howard, and the flick on from Momiki is going to skip through to Rachel Laws. Here's Bonner. Nagano. Now Clark into Herbinger. Momiki takes over. Rantala. Julie Thibault. Stolen away by Hines, intercepted brilliantly by the Liverpool captain, and thought for a second the referee was going to allow an advantage to be played, but Liverpool quite happy to take the free kick. Kerry Holland just rolls it back to Gemma Evans to restart play. Now Parry. Herbinger has stayed onside. Parry once more. Holland trying to get the shot off and does. It's a really good save. Excellent save from Lisa Kopp. Really good strike. And now you can hear ripples of applause around the ground, because in the 8th minute there has been a round of applause to mark a year since we sadly lost Maddie Cusack, the former Leicester City and Sheffield United midfielder. Hugely talented footballer and immensely impressive person as well. The 8th minute has been marked because that was Maddie's shirt number. Our thoughts are still with her friends and family to this day. Swung in by Herbinger. Now Momiki just clips it on for Goodwin to chase. Herbinger. Evans. Now Clark. Nagano. You can hear the noise inside the newly christened Liverpool home ground, the St Helens Stadium. There's a fair distance between their previous home, Prenton Park, of course, 17 miles in fact, a little over. But I was reading the club captain Niamh Fahy's programme notes before the game and spoke about hoping to continue that support and how important that is to the team. In fact, one of the club sponsors has put on coaches from the Wirral to help new fans And current and former fans get to a new home to continue that strong support. Parry, Herbinger, now Nagano. Tried to clip it in towards Hines, who was attacking down this near side. Rantala under pressure and finds Sophie Howard, who can just flick it on for somebody to attack. And Gemma Evans is the only player that is there. Rantala to clip it around the corner. Tenacious chasing from Sophia Haug. All the way back to Laws. Ruby Mace has had it stolen away, and here goes Smith, starting to open up for Olivia Smith. Still going forward, really important tackle from Sophie Howard. Brave defending. All of a sudden, Smith started to go through the gears. Could quite easily have been the first real opportunity at goal, and in fact the pressure from Mace is really important as well. Just little lean into Smith as she surged forward and then allowed Howard to step in the way and shut the door. Conversations ongoing then from Amadine Mikel, who joined in July to replace Jennifer Foster. Spoke about a little bit of patience, potentially. Said that they're doing things slowly and it might take a little bit of time to get everything right, but it's all about building the process. Mightily impressive manager from their time in France, and Matt Beard was one of those speaking very highly about Mikel and what could be a promising season from Leicester City. Said how they could be a surprise package in the WSL. Already seen the allure of Amandine Mikel with Noemi Mouchon, and one of 6 summer signings in the summer, and Mouchon already looking lively in the opening 12.5 minutes here at St Helens Stadium. Clark brings it down, and then Parry just slides it back to Gemma Evans. Hines. To Taylor Hines. Lovely slide ball inside Nagano. Really smart play from Liverpool to keep a hold of it. No need to rush. Patiently recycling the ball when they need to. Nagano. Kerry Holland having to tussle and keeps a hold of it. Now Evans. Thrusts it forward, looking for Haug, and gets a round of applause from a teammate for the idea. Sophia Haug liked that. Here goes Holland. Tried to punch it into centre forward, but unable to pick out a teammate on that occasion. Holland. Bonner slings it forward. And now could be a chance for Smith. Olivia Smith picks out Herbinger. Oh, it's a brilliant save. Remained calm. remained composed, Lees Cop. Could have gambled, could have thrown herself one way or the other. Made Herbinger make a decision. Stood tall and makes the save. Lovely build-up play though. Smith does ever so well. Just leans into Thibaut. Picks out the pass to Herbinger. Knows how good a chance that was. Nagano. Now an opportunity for Bonner to step forward. Good tackle from Sophia Roman-Haug. Hines, good delivery in. It's going to come all the way through, is it? To Parry. Oh, and that's another good chance. Falling the way of Lucy Parry, who are tucked in from the far side, from one wing back to the other. Good delivery in from Hines, causes all kind of confusion in the box. Thibaut couldn't quite get a swung leg at it. Cayman putting enough pressure on Parry that probably again will be disappointed not to have done better. Mace tenacious into there and twice over from Ruby Mace. Nagano. Now Clark. Now into Smith. Trying to keep a hold of it. Comes off of Thibaut and then Cayman slides in bravely. Momiki. Now Missy Goodwin. Leicester City have had to dig in and do a lot of defensive work so far and be pleased for a little bit of relief, although that's going to come to an end very quickly. Can Kerry Holland get on the end of it? CJ Bott just about gets there in time. Popped into Nagano. Now Bonner. Hines. Up against Bott again. Wins a corner. Continuous direct running from Taylor Hines has been a real bright spark in these opening 18 minutes for Liverpool down this near side. What can they produce from the corner? Herb and just stood over it. Deep one towards the far post. Headed back into an area and it will be a breakaway potentially here for Jutta Rantanen. Mamiki and Goodwin alongside. What a tackle, Taylor Hines. And then Clark steps away. Cayman just about does enough. Oh, it's a lovely spin from Mouchon. Really nice. Not seen a huge amount yet of Noémie Mouchon. What we have seen, little flashes, little glimpses. We'll have many taking note early on. Gemma Bonner looks in a bit of discomfort. Herbinger into Bonner. Smith is fouled by Sophie Howard. Herbinger gets play restarted quickly. Evans, once again, looking fruitful down this near side. Hines is getting a lot of the ball under pressure from Rantanen. Clark. Nudged away by Thibaut. Still waiting the opening goal, but it's been a very, very positive start from the home team. Opening weekend of the Barclays Women's Super League. You can tend to get some quite cagey affairs sometimes because teams are trying to work each other out, trying to make sure that they're fully prepared for a long, grueling season ahead. Take a few weeks to get fully up to speed. Well, the only thing missing from this Liverpool performance so far is perhaps the opening goal. Leicester City have defended very well. Haven't had a huge amount of possession when they've been able to stop the Liverpool onslaught, but plenty of time and plenty of quality in this Foxes team as well. Mamiki is one of those great feet. Now Goodwin. Flag stays down. Mouchon thought about the shot, does take it early. Forcing Rachel Laws into a save. I tell you, Noemi Mouchon looks the real deal. Immediately knows what they want to do, looking to whip it into that far corner. Now Rantala, Howard and Thibaut up from the back. Stung towards the far post. Laws, I think, got a glove on it, which Herbinger's going to rescue, only as far as Mamiki. Now Mace. Playing in that sort of Kira Walsh role where dictate play from deep and wonderfully technical on the ball, Ruby Mace. Brilliant passing range and reads the game so well. Both of her former teams are playing each other on the opening weekend, and it's 2-2 currently between Arsenal and Manchester City. Only a few moments left in that one, in fact. Real back and forth. Arsenal took the lead early on, and then, would you believe it, Viviana Miedema opening her Manchester City account against Arsenal before Jess Park got the second. Beth Mead with a late equaliser as the clock ticked down. It's going to be a season for the ages, this one, it feels. So many interesting stories. Narrative of Chelsea, of course. Plenty of change in there. Miedema leaving Arsenal to go to Manchester City. Liverpool looking a lot tidier and a lot smarter on the ball. They're really brave. They do tend to start the season really well, but this has been a very impressive opening 25 minutes. And likewise from Leicester City. They know defensively they're going to have to be sound, and they've stood up to every question asked so far. Bonner. Herbinger. Out to Parry. Up against Cayman, drives towards the byline. Mamiki forced to turn it behind for a Liverpool corner. Made such an impact second half of last season. Yuka Mamiki and Saori Takarada both coming in the winter window. Takarada on the bench this afternoon, but Mamiki given the nod from the start. I remember doing their debuts in the FA Cup against Derby. Both looked absolutely brilliant. Slotted in immediately. Liverpool corner. Herbinger to take. Fired into a dangerous area. Really well held by Lisa Kopp. Wants to get on with it. Now Tierney. Not heard a huge amount of Sam Tierney this afternoon. Thibaut. Now Cayman. More than happy to just hold on to the ball for a couple of minutes and start to build their own attack. Here's Bott. Pops it into Rantala, gets it back and gives it back to Rantala as well. Jutta Rantala. Trying to slide it into Tierney. The flag might have been coming. Yep, and it is offside against Sam Tierney. A fine margin. It did look it. one other game, of course, kicked off at the same time as we did in the Barclays Women's Super League, the opening weekend. Tottenham Hotspur are 1-up against Crystal Palace. That one also live and free on the Barclays Women's Super League YouTube channel. And plenty of really good stuff, lots of enticing content as well. All the season previews with a number of players discussing how they feel their team are going to get on. Some chat about initiations that's gone down really well and how they enjoyed their holidays. I'm sure those summer breaks will have seemed a long time ago now, because this is where the hard yards begin. Opening weekend, an engaging one at that already. Still awaiting our opener here though, Sophie Howard. Now Thibault. Bonner steps across and slams it into the corner, which Thibault's going to have to deal with, because Sophia Roman Haug is going to be on her toes very quickly, and indeed does get there and concede the throw-in. Mace into Momiki. A really tight space. Yuka Momiki finds a way out and is fouled by Maria Herbinger. Julie Thibault. And Bott. Tierney. Last 3 or 4 minutes, Leicester have started to get a foothold of, in terms of possession. Cayman trying to fling it beyond for Goodwin to chase. Up against Parry, Missy Goodwin. Really well defended from Lucy Parry. And now Herbinger into Holland. Tierney steals in. Mouchon. Now Bott. Runs around Holland. Although Holland gets in and cannons it off the shins of Jutta Rantala. Around the corner, dealt with really well. Hines. Herbinger, the ball around the corner for Parry. Now Smith. Now Evans. Hines stands it up towards the far post. Lisa Kopp had to come and claim, does really well, brave goalkeeping. Uncomfortable landing, but brilliant stop. And a bit of a back and forth, kind of changing goalkeepers last couple of years between Lisa Kopp and Janina Leitzig. Both two excellent goalkeepers. Remember the season before last, and it was Leitzig's heroics really that kept Leicester in the division. What a brilliant position to be in. You have two top quality goalkeepers, and Lisa Kopp certainly showing why they are in command of the, I would say, #1 jersey, but wears 23 of course, but metaphorically speaking, Nagano. Back passes made sure that Gemma Bonner's on her toes. Evans. half an hour played here at the St Helens Stadium. The opening 30 minutes of competitive WSL action at Liverpool's new home ground. It will be one that I'm sure Matt Beard will be pleased with. Not fully content until they get that opening goal, which might be on its way. If Kerry Holland has anything to do with it, but maybe. It could be the other end that we see some action. Mouchon bundled into by Bonner. Stood strong, and Nagano can come away with it. Parry. Tackled by Thibault. Smith keeps a hold of it. Herbinger. Smith calling for it. It's the only real option. Does get it, and Thibault applies a little bit of pressure and wins a Leicester City throw-in. Thibault into Momiki. Can't quite keep a hold of it, Yuka Momiki. Parry's throw. Goodwin. Into Rantala. Fires it out to Mouchon, who tried to just slide it back in towards Momiki, but it's one back, and Nagano and Evans can exchange passes. Lovely play from Smith, and could be away. Hines wants the cut back. Smith goes alone. Well defended by Mace. Parry stands it up early. Roman Haug tries to nod it back into a good area. Spoke about Leicester having the luxury of two top quality goalkeepers. Well, might need to call upon the other one here, because Lisa Kopp, I think this might be from that painful landing 5 or 6 minutes ago. Intimating towards the shoulder. I'm sure that wherever Janina Leitzig is, she's ensuring that should they be called upon, they're ready. Does allow both managers to get their points across and talk about any tactical tweaks needed. Ruby Mason, deep conversation with Amandine Miquel there. Mace, of course, starting her second spell at the football club this afternoon. Said it felt surreal coming back in the summer. It was like joining a family the second she walked through the door. Very, very talented holding midfielder. Already spoken about the similarities between the way that she plays and Kira Walsh. Certainly how many perceived her style at Manchester City, her previous club. Thankfully, it looks like Lisa Kopp is okay. And with a little over 10 minutes to play, we are back underway. Howard. Flicks it beyond. Intercepted by Evans. Roman Haug tries to spin away from Howard, but it's gone the way of the Leicester City defender. Rantala back into the path of Bott. Now Mouchon. Flicked out to Missy Goodwin. Into Momiki. Is it going to fall to Tierney? Back to Mace. First real sighting of goal for Ruby Mace. Stepping forward from deep. Really good build-up play. Mouchon, Goodwin, Mamiki involved. Tierney has the composure to take a good first touch and set the ball back to Mace, who's stepping forward. There's the warning sign, though, that Leicester have had to do a lot of defensive work, but given half a sniff, they've got brilliant talent going forward, and here is one of those in Mouchon. Squares it to Rantala, unable to get a toe on it, and Herbinger just slams it clear. Anywhere will do. Cayman. Bonner just hooks it clear. Thibault and Sophia Roman Hauger tussling for it. Parry. Does well to get away from Mamiki. Cayman. Herbinger can get a hold of it and slide it into Hines. Takes the shot early. It's a really good effort as well from Taylor Hines. Stepping forward, trying to sort of guide it and just cut across it so it sneaks in the near post. It's a good hit from the Liverpool captain, not too far away. Lizakop would have had it covered. Now Bott. Into Rantala, who's started to link up a little bit more centrally. Tierney's gone outside and Taylor Hines has made the tackle and retrieved it as well. Mace again, though, brilliant defensive awareness from Ruby Mace and keeps a hold of it. Cayman. Thibault. Howard once more. Clips it beyond, looking for Rantala. It's going to fall for CJ Bott, who's got time to pick someone out here. Looks for Mouchon. Really good defending. Gemma Bonner, the person who was in the way. Really good defending. That could quite easily have gone anywhere. Rantala stole it. Fires it across goal. Exactly the same situation. Jenna Clark had to be positionally perfect. Even half a step in the wrong direction, that could have gone anywhere, and in the end, it goes to safety. .38.5 minutes played. Jutta Rantala coming over to take the set piece. Thibault and Howard have ventured forward again. Stood into a really dangerous area. Almost stings the ball the way that Jutta Rantala controls it. It's not floated or whipped. It's kind of drilled, isn't it, into a really dangerous area. It means that if anybody does make contact, they don't really need to put any power on it, just need to connect. There's a lot of the hard work for the attacking and defending players. Herbinger. Bott. Intercepted by Hines. Where Bott comes steaming in and steals it off of Holland. Mamiki. Plenty of space on that far side for Goodwin, who Mamiki has picked out. Cayman on the overlap. Instead, Goodwin's driven inside. Mamiki, little reverse pass. Good defending by Clark. Really nice build-up play again from Leicester City, though, starting to tick. Tierney. Rantala. Thibault. Goodwin into Mamiki. Back to Missy Goodwin. Tries to square for Rantala. Really good defending. It was Gemma Evans in there, I think. Thibault just barges Smith off the ball. Swings one into an area. Home fans felt that perhaps there was a little bit too much physicality in that from Julia Thibault. Now Fuka Nagano. Momiki. Flung over the top for Tierney to chase, and Tierney's going to get there ahead of Holland and squares it. Defended just about, but only momentarily. Rantaler trying to work an angle. Nagano in there. Mouchon takes the shot early, slams it into the midriff of Taylor Hines. Tierney once more. Deflected on the cross, and Laws keeps a hold of it. Great defending from Hines, who might need a second here. Took a wallop into the stomach from only a couple of yards away from Noemi Mouchon, who caught it really well. Jutta Rantaler trying to work an angle as well. Fuka Nagano wanted it early, but Laws has just pushed everybody on. Perhaps taking a little bit more time to compose and perhaps get their team back into it. Howard. Kopp. Fizzed out to Cayman. Now Momiki under pressure from Herbinger and Smith, and forced all the way back, and Lees Kopp can clear the lines a little bit. Parry. Nagano calling for it. Here is Fuka Nagano. All intercepted now. Here goes Mouchon. Rantaler surging forward. The ball's played towards Rantaler, just a little bit too much on it. That's a chance. That is a chance, and now Liverpool can build. Nagano just plays in that pocket, keeps a hold of it, very rarely gives the ball away. Fuka Nagano, wonderful technician. Here's Kerry Holland. Fired towards the near post, headed away by Howard. 90 seconds of the 45 remaining. We're here in about 3 minutes added on at the end of this first half. Bonner. Nagano. Clipped out to Hines. It's a fortuitous bounce, but can't quite get the cross in. Well, maybe we'll try and work an angle here. CJ Bott defends really well. Sophie Howard's clearance only as far as Evans. And Tierney's cushion header was intended towards Bott, and it's in fact gone out for a Liverpool corner. Herbinger and Hines, the two corner taking options. It's always been Herbinger thus far. Short option not needed. Swung into a good area. There's a header in, and it's the opening goal of the WSL season for Liverpool, for Sophia Roman Haug. Liverpool have been brilliant at times in this first half. Leicester City have grown back into the game the last 10. And on the stroke of half-time, the opening goal of the Barclays Women's Super League season, the opening goal of the new St Helens Stadium era for Liverpool, is scored by their number 10, Sophia Roman Haug. Lovely delivery in from Herbinger. just peels off the back of Howard. He's asking the question for a push, nods it into the far corner. And that goal has pushed the added time to 4 as well. So 4 minutes added to this first half. 4 minutes for Leicester City to try and find an immediate reaction. Thibaut into Cayman. Tried to flick it on, but it's intercepted by Herbinger. Howard into Bott. Flick ball over the top, finds Rantala. Oh, just snuck a little bit early. Yuta Rantala flags up for offside.
The goal scorer for Liverpool, it was number 10, Sophie Roman Howe.
Laws. Flick on by the goal scorer, Haug. Here's once more Sophia Roman Haug, and now to Holland. Hines tried to run beyond, but Tierney got a toe on it and forced to go back to Gemma Evans. Headed by Thibaut. Tough landing for the Leicester defender, and the referee has paused proceedings. Plenty on the Liverpool bench will be satisfied. Perhaps not too dissatisfied on the Leicester bench either. They've played really well. Still plenty in this game for them. Plenty of time to get something as well. Back underway with Ruby Mace. Now Cayman. Slid out to Bott. Now space for Thibaut. A little bit behind Goodwin, but keeps it alive. Goodwin chopping and changing direction. Parry had to be alert. Knew that if it was going to go out, it would have been a Leicester City corner, so Momiki is the beneficiary. Slammed clear by Nagano. Tierney. And there is the half-time whistle. A close first 45, but a triumphant one for Sophia Roman Haug, who nodded Liverpool into the lead on the brink of half-time. A game that's chopped and changed. Liverpool enjoyed a bright opening to the first half before Leicester City found their way back into it. Both goalkeepers haven't had a huge amount to do, but have done what's required when called upon. This game has still got plenty left in the tank and plenty to determine. At half-time here at the St Helens Stadium for the first time in the Barclays Women's Super League. It's Liverpool 1, Leicester City 0. We can see that positive start from Liverpool as Kerry Holland drove inside and forced Lee's Kopp into a flying save. Once more, Liverpool trying to build something, and Smith has been vital to that. Into Herbinger, who probably should do better. It's another comfortable save, this time for Lisa Kopp. Now, Olivia Smith, who was brilliant in the first half, after some good work on the near side by Taylor Hines. Just nearly came to Smith, but it was Parry who had the shot off in the end. Although Leicester have threatened, it's largely been through Noémie Mouchon. Quick shot from range and forcing Rachel Laws to parry it behind. And once again, this is that little pocket of spell that Leicester City had. Some really neat footwork. Tierney squares it to Mace, who catches it a little bit too well. It roars over the bar of Rachel Laws. And now another opportunity for Liverpool with Taylor Hines, who has been marauding forward. Took the shot early. Lisa Kopp would have probably had it covered, but caught it well and just evades the near post. And then the breakthrough. Herbinger's delivery. Little lean into the back of Howard from Sophia Roman Haug, and then a little cushioned header into the far post. Really delicate finish to put the gloss on a good Liverpool performance in the first half, and not a bad one from Leicester City either. A really good game here for the opening WSL fixture of both of these teams' season. Still plenty left to come, so make sure you join us for the second half. But at half-time, it is the hosts that lead. Liverpool 1, Leicester City 0. Fuka Nagano, Kerry Holland and Maria Herbinger. And then a front two of Olivia Smith and the goal scorer, Sophia Roman Haug. For Leicester City, no changes, so Lise Kopp in goal. A back four of CJ Bott, Julia Thibault, Sophie Howard and captain Janice Kamen. Ruby Mace in the holding midfield position in front. And then a midfield four of Yuta Rantala, Sam Tierney, Yuka Momiki and Missy Goodwin. Behind debutante Noémie Mouchon. Goodwin starting to advance early as Leicester City look to react early in this second half. Goodwin unable to keep it in play though. Plenty of opportunity in this second half. Really good advert for the league early on. Two teams that are going at it and having a right go in the first half. And get another 45 minutes like that, then, well, everybody will be sent home happy from a home perspective, because it will mean that Liverpool have won the game if it remains the same. But certainly from a Leicester perspective, already mentioned that Amandine Miguel spoke about it being a process and it's going to take time. Well, there's plenty to see that the process is one worth trusting, because they've looked very good in parts and no doubt have a big say in any game this season. It's usually the home games that will define a WSL team's success anyway. It's 45 minutes for them to try and get something on the road early. Holland with a spin away from Bott. Bott just about gets a toe on it, but Holland does really well to wriggle free. Smith, Herbinger ahead. And this near side parry is approaching. Nagano. Now Lucy Parry with a little bit of space. Stands it up towards Smith. It's headed bravely by Momiki. Now Tierney. Only one option. That was Mouchon. Clark. Here's Nagano. Matthews. Smith opens up and drives away from Howard. Now Herbinger. Parry up against Cayman. Janice Cayman does really well first off and second time. Brilliant from the Leicester City captain. Clark's pass intercepted and cleared by Thibault. Clark. Now Rachel Lewis. Nagano. It's important to stress as well that Liverpool have had the lion's share of recent success in this meeting between the two. I'm sure many will remember the final day of last season, big 4-0 winners with Anne Kiernan on the bench this afternoon, bagging a hat-trick. It's a little bit tighter, and Merseyside last time out though was at Liverpool 2-1 winners last season. Maria Herbinger, who got the assist this afternoon, scored the winner last time out. And they have had a habit of starting the season well, Liverpool, under Matt Beard. Remember a couple of seasons ago, shocking Chelsea on the opening day, also beat Arsenal as well on the opening day of a recent campaign. So they do tend to like to start fast and lay down a bit of a gauntlet, a bit of a statement of intent. Leicester City did win last season on the opening day against Bristol City, but that was their only win in the last 3 opening days. Smith tussling away with Ruby Mason. Does really well to keep a hold of it. Clark does keep it in. Parry. Taking quickly to Nagano. Herbinger. Well defended by Cayman, and now Goodwin. Tried to flick it inside to Momiki, but Fuka Nagano was there. Bonner. Lovely spin from Smith, didn't really come off. Now Rantala. A bit too much power on the pass. Clark. Goodwin. Now Momiki. Stolen in though by Kerry Holland, backtracking, and now Fuka Nagano. Here's Hines. Nagano, lovely little body shuffle to make the space and then hit the shot early. Bobbling around and eventually slammed clear by Julia Thibault. And Bonner opening 6.5 minutes of this second half. Largely in control of this Liverpool team. Smith. Herbinger. Now Holland. Plenty of options. Thibault is there first though. Again, love to see the stats for Fuka Nagano's pass completion. very rarely gives the ball away. So neat and tidy. It's such an important part of the game as well, isn't it? Cayman takes it quickly. Now Momiki with a little bit of space for Yuka Momiki. Fires it early, looking for Yuta Rantala. And it's going to get to Rantala. Rantala! Brilliant goal! What a reaction! On the stroke of half-time, they found themselves a goal down. Start of the second half, it's all been one-way traffic. But on the break, quick thinking from Cayman. Lovely diagonal from Momiki. And then when it falls to Rantala, a player of Yuta Rantala's quality, never really in doubt, was it? Left foot or right foot. First touch is brilliant on the knee. Cushions it into her path and just drills it into the bottom corner. Law's no chance. All square. So really, really tidy finish from Yuta Rantala. And now we are as we were before Sophia Roman Howe broke the deadlock, and both teams perhaps looking to unpick the defences again. A lot of huffing and puffing in the first half as two defences were on top. Felt like maybe as the game would open up with the opening goal, well, Leicester City have well and truly reacted. Been a really good game, hasn't it? Wonderful advert for the opening weekend of the Barclays Women's Super League. We've had some terrific games so far. Started on Friday night with Chelsea under new leadership. Narrow victory for them on Friday night, and the big headline game this afternoon really was Arsenal versus Manchester City. Titanic tussle between those two that ended 2 apiece. This is perhaps one that's, for many, might have gone under the radar, but two really good footballing sides, and it's been a really evenly balanced game. Both teams will feel justified that they're back on level terms. Leicester City certainly will, being the away team and perhaps having fewer of the ball, but they've been clinical when they've had the chance, and Yuta Rantala is the example of that. Hines does well. And as far as Mace, pods the ball out of play though. Fair to say that Liverpool have got a very tricky run of fixtures on the horizon. West Ham United away from home next week, which is probably the most straightforward of the next 4. Manchester United at home in the Conti Cup not long after. Tottenham Hotspur away, and then Manchester City at home. So this will be one where they want to set their stall out, they want to get over the line. First home game, start of a new era here at the new stadium, start of a new season. A couple of new additions in the squad as well. Leicester City though have also got a bit of a task on their hands. They host Arsenal next weekend for Bristol City in the Conti Cup, and a couple of fixtures against Crystal Palace and Aston Villa on the horizon as well. That's what makes the Super League, the Women's Super League, so engaging this season. So many changes, so many teams that in years gone by you could kind of predict potentially where they'd be or how they'd start. This season, so many unanswered questions. We're going to learn a lot in these opening few weeks. Kind of exactly what Amandine Miguel was saying. It's going to take time. It's going to be a slow process, and some teams will be better prepared than others. Good win. Running into a cul-de-sac of red shirts and gives it away. Herbinger. Now Holland takes a shot early. Really good save from Kopp. Tried to catch Lisa Kopp out, did Kerry Holland. Took it so early. First touch of out of her feet, and then almost uses Sophie Howard as a disguise as she tries to slam it into the bottom corner. Momiki pulled back by Holland. Talking to, I think, for Kerry Holland, no more. Well refereed so far in this game. Making sure that Julia Thibault doesn't take any extra unearned yards. Howard. Now Thibault. Cayman. Into Mouchon. Skips off the shins of Noémie Mouchon. Cayman. Oh, brilliant feet from Momiki. Here's Thibault. Bot. Headed away by Matthews. Well intercepted by Tierney. Mace. Here's Bonner. Parry intercepted by Cayman. Little drag back on Cayman, which looked for a second like it might go unnoticed. And the Champions League winner, of course, with the armband on now, Janice Cayman. Here's Julia Thibault. Cayman floats it into an area. Mouchon's going to chase. Up against Bonner. Here's Noémie Mouchon. Lovely feet. Tried to square it for Tierney and well dealt with calmly. Liverpool can escape. Try and fling it forward quickly. Smith will give chase. Now Bot. Tierney inside. Instead goes out to Jutta Rantala. Feeds the cross for Thibault. Leicester City going through that patch again they had in the first half. Starting to get a foothold in this game. That goal has really rejuvenated them. Goodwin's going to just run out of room to get on the end of that pass from Cayman. There'll be a change imminently, we are told. Mia Enderby going through final instructions. And it'll be Jenna Clark to be replaced by Mia Enderby. May see a slight change in shape or perhaps role for somebody, because Mia Enderby certainly won't be playing centre half. Bonner. Out to Parry. Looks like maybe Liverpool have gone to a back four. Keep an eye on that. Here's Irvin just tried to fire it on to Holland, who was looking to gamble. Howard. Looks like Enderby's going to go and play on that wide left position, and Smith on this near side with Herbinger and Holland in support of Sophia Roman-Haug. Here's Missy Goodwin. Space for Mace. Lovely disguise pass. Very nearly finds Rantzler as well. Now Bott takes it quickly. Rantzler. Herbinger just tried to scoop it into an area for Enderby to latch onto, but Leicester come again. Here is CJ Bott, now Jutta Rantzler. Left foot, right foot, doesn't matter. What a ball in that is. Needed somebody to be gambling on the penalty spot, really. Smith wriggles away from Cayman and gets it back as well. Here goes Olivia Smith. Lovely feet. Break could really be on. Tried to slam it in early. Kerry Holland perhaps wanted it short, but it will come now to Herbinger. Tried to scoop it in towards Enderby. Herbinger will get a second bite at it. Now Hines. Floated towards the far post. Holland! That's a really good save. Sneaking in at the far post was Kerry Holland. Lovely delivery again from Hines. Just hangs it up towards the far post. Such close proximity. Didn't have a huge amount to aim for. Still forces Lisa Kopp into a good save. Looks like Leicester are ready in a couple of changes as well, but here's the delivery first from Herbinger. Ooh, very nearly caught Lisa Kopp out. Cuts across it and perhaps a little bit aided by the conditions that are changing minute by minute here at St Helens Stadium. I've just had to make sure there is a double change now. Saori Takarada and Deanne Rose are the two coming on. Yuka Momiki is the first to be replaced by Deanne Rose. Played a part in the equaliser, did Yuka Momiki. And Missy Goodwin is the second change for Saori Takarada. So it looks like Takarada will go and play more centrally. Maybe push Ruby Mace on a little bit. Maybe Deanne Rose will come over to this near side. And there's Julia Thibault. Does look like that. It looks like now that Takarada will be the deep line pivot, that sort of number 6 position, and Ruby Mace will step on a little bit. Deanne Rose currently occupying this near side as a left-sided midfielder. Hines with the throw-in. First touch is immaculate from Mia Enderby. Foucault Nagano. Parry. Slide ball into Smith, who's done a lot of the good work on this near side up against her equivalent number in Janice Cayman. Takarada just clears anywhere to safety, looking for Mushanu. Can't quite keep a hold of it, and it'll be a Liverpool throw-in. Liverpool seem to have stemmed the Leicester City wave for the moment. Matthews. Enderby. Stolen away by Howard. And wins the foul. Liverpool preparing another change. We will see in a second. Sophia Lungor being spoken to by Matt Beard for the final time before taking their place on the pitch, and it'll be in replace of Maria Herminger.
Replacing number 14, Maria Herminger, is number 15, Sophie Lundgaard.
Sophia Lundgaard, who signed a new deal in the summer, said it was a no-brainer to extend her stay on Merseyside. Absolutely loving life, wearing 15 and red, and will hope to play a part in what will be quite a historic opening day here at the St Helens Stadium should Liverpool get over the line. Leicester City certainly not having any of that currently though. 22 and a bit minutes still to play on an engaging, enticing, exciting opening weekend of the Barclays Women's Super League. Howard. Also going to see another couple of changes in a second for Liverpool, but first Deanne Rose's first involvement in the game. Leanne Kiernan and Cornelia Capox being ready. And it will be a debut when Cornelia Capox comes on. Liverpool's new number 7 after Missy Bo-Kearns left in the summer. Bot Rantala. Fouled by Holland, and it will be a free kick in a good area, especially when you've got the added weapon of Jutta Rantala being able to play left foot or right foot. Such an incredible skill because you just change the angle. So all of a sudden, you think a safe area to have an outswinger, you change it for an in-swinger or vice versa. Keeps the back line guessing, keeps the goalkeeper guessing. Ruby Mace offering a short option, perhaps to just disguise one in the Liverpool wall. Rantala deep towards the far post, just a little bit too much on it. Julia Thibault was the one who was gambling at the far post. Not far away from picking out her Leicester City teammate. Here is that double change. Leanne Kiernan to replace the goal scorer, Sophia Roman-Haug. And also Olivia Smith's debut has lasted 70 minutes, and it's Cornelia Capox for her Liverpool debut. So a double change in the attacking area. Capox and Kiernan coming on. Leanne Kiernan had a lovely time of it the last time these two teams met. Hat-trick on the final day in a 4-0 Liverpool win. Here's Hines. First touch of the ball for Kiernan, but Howard snaps into the tackle. Nagano. Parry. Here's Lundgaard. Under pressure from Ruby Mason. Off the toes of Leicester's number 30 for a Liverpool throw. Capox intercepted by Deanne Rose, but Parry will get another go at it. Lundgaard can't quite keep it in play. Here's Cayman. Towering header by Bonner, and it comes off Mouchon for a Liverpool throw. Clip round the corner from Kiernan's intercepted, and Parry goes bundling in, and then reacted by Ruby Mace, but the free kick has gone the Fox's way anyway. flicked out to Cayman. Rolls it into Rose, intercepted though, and now Liverpool can come again. Kiernan bundled into by Sophie Howard. It's a free kick in a good area. It's quite a way out, but Kerry Holland looks very interested. Rose, Mouchon and Thibault in the Leicester wall. Everybody. Nagano now ahead of the ball. Very quickly taken to Kerry Holland. Thibault was alert to it, and it'll be a Liverpool corner. Hines and Holland in conversation by the corner flag. Plenty to aim for Kerry Holland. Flickon's going to fall to Capox, is it? Mouchon snaps into it, and nasty collision. Immediately clung on to that right leg. Good header away. I think it's Takarada who gets the header in first, and then just a coming together by Capox and Noemi Mouchon. They're hoping it's just cramp. Janice Cayman on the scene at the moment. Other physios will take over. Janice Cayman was speaking prior to this one, said Leicester just need to play to their strengths. I think we've seen that at times today. They defended resolutely, played really well on the counter-attack, and had some nice passages of play in the game. Spoke about the depth of the squad and the quality that they possess, and again we've seen that in abundance. Still plenty of options on the bench for Leicester City should they need them. Smita Ale, Sorry Case and Chantel Swaby all prepped for their Leicester City debuts if called upon. Let's have a look at the two moments of magic in the game then. The opener in the first half, right on the brink of half-time. Herbinger's delivery, Roman Haug's header. Leicester asking questions about a push, but really arguing the case too much. And then a quickly taken free kick by Cayman. Momiki into Rantalu. First touch is brilliant, the second touch, devastating finish. And all of a sudden, the tide was turning in Leicester's favour. Swung to and fro. It's been a really good game of football, and we've got 15 minutes still to play. Update you on the only other game still ongoing in the Barclays Women's Super League on this opening weekend. Tottenham Hotspur are 2-0 up against Crystal Palace. Ailey Rasso scoring in the first half for Tottenham before Jessica Naz doubled their lead. That's also live and free on the Barclays Women's Super League YouTube channel, where you can find plenty brilliant things to watch live and pre-produced. Mace tried to thread it in behind for Rose to chase. It's a really good tackle from Matthews, fully committed. Change for Leicester City. The end of Noemi Mouchon's Leicester City debut. And Courtney Nevin takes her place. So interesting to see how they reshuffle. It looks like Janice Cayman's going to go and play a little bit further forward, and Nevin's going to slot in at left back. Rantalu's going to play centrally by the look of it. Tierney. Takarada, great feet. Stolen away though by Nagano. Does look that way, and Janice Cayman's now playing on the right-hand side in front of CJ Botts, and Jutta Rantanen is going to be the central attacking force for Leicester City. Bonner, Enderby. First involvement for Nevin is to concede a foul. Now Laws. The downpour not dampening the spirits of those in attendance for the first time here at the St Helens Stadium. Plenty of voice still in both home and away, and maybe a little bit louder if Kerry Holland can create something from this attack. Matthews. Holland once more. Slung into a good area, headed away by Thibault. Rose can't quite get a hold of it. Nagano. Parry. Enderby. Parry again, brilliant. Stands out towards the far post. It was Capox who was gambling. Holland, can they keep it in play? Yes, apparently. Clips into a good area, headed away by Howard. Hines. Slammed clear by Cayman. Tierney wins it back and is fouled. Did ever so well there, had very little on ahead, Sam Tierney, so it's a really good foul to take, and it's the first yellow card of the afternoon for Fuka Nagano. Just a little subtle pull back of the shirt and then left the leg in as well. Made sure there was no way that Leicester City were going to counter-attack. Just a shade over 10 minutes to play. Still one apiece. Sophia Roman-Haug on the brink of half-time, giving Liverpool the lead. There's an early second half equaliser. Jutta Rantanen. So good work from Cayman and Mamiki to spring a quick free kick and a counter-attack. Nevin. Rantanen. Now Rose. Takarada just trying to float it in towards Tierney. Lundgaard's flick on. Couple thinking that might have been handball from Sophie Howard. Here's Bonner. Parry. Enderby. Capox. Nagano under pressure from Tierney. Has Hines ahead of her. Lets to go back to Matthews, who skips away from Rantanen. Bonner with that long diagonal. Out to Parry. Now Holland. Couple running beyond. One is Sophia Lundgaard. It will be a Liverpool corner. There's another change pending for Leicester City. Emilia Pelganda being readied. It'll be Holland to take. Into another good area. Capox scooped clear, and now Mace has got nobody ahead of her. Taylor Hines backtracking, and foul's given against Taylor Hines, the Liverpool captain. Gemma Bonner, who looks in a bit of discomfort. I wonder if that's the same problem that's... I was going to say, I wonder if that's the same problem that she seemed to pick up in the first half, but looks like it might have come from this set piece. A lot of players in and around her. Might land funny, in fact. Zamtini to be replaced by Emilia Pelganda. Final 10 minutes to play. An opportunity for somebody to write the headlines on the opening weekend of the Barclays Women's Super League. And Gemma Bonner might need to shake this one off because Liverpool have made 5 changes. Trying to make sure that Bonner can continue. Not one to be deterred easily, Gemma Bonner. Don't have the career that they have had without plenty of heart and desire. I'm sure it'd need to be something very serious to prevent her from taking her place back in the heart of the Liverpool centre defence. Indeed, Bonner does return. Laws under pressure from Rantala. Rantala's nicked it away. Rantala thinks it's a corner, Laws thinks it's a goal kick, and it will be a corner to Leicester City. Jutta Rantala out of nothing has won her team a corner and an opportunity for Howard and Thibault to once more step forward. Cayman also in there, as is Pelganda. Headed away by Hines, only as far as Takarada. Tried to clip it towards Thibault. Couldn't quite get enough purchase on it. Ball was rolling, so they're going to be made to restart it. Here is Bonner, looks like she's managed to shake off that discomfort. Now Matthews. Hines. Holland rolls away from Takarada. Howard in the way and cannons back off Kapoch. So here and there will be plenty of added time, so no need to throw everything at it just yet. A little bit of patience. There's certainly feels the way the game has gone. There's another chance in this for either team. Thibault. Away by Bonner. Pelganda. Now Bott into Cayman. Pelganda. Bott under pressure, and Ryan Kiernan's going to chase Sophie Howard into the corner. Very nearly falls kindly for the Liverpool number 9, and in fact wins the foul. Referee felt that Sophie Howard was a little bit over physical in that battle. Now Holland and Hines in conversation once more. Nagano and Enderby on the edge of the area, but it's directly in from Holland, and it's a header by Bonner. That might have been the chance we were talking about. It's a really good delivery in from Kerry Holland. Bonner with a sharp little bit of movement, gets in between Thibault and Howard. Gets enough on it as well. Can't quite keep it down underneath the crossbar. Lisa Kopp has been shown a yellow card for delaying the restart a little bit too long. Irony being then that the ball wasn't forthcoming to get her to restart quickly herself. Lisa Kopp in a little bit more of a hurry now due to that yellow card. Mace's flick on. Enderby. Parry with the throat. Lungor, one of the options. Now Bonner. Matthews. Hines. And Matthews. Punched into Capox. Nagano under pressure from Pelganda. Holland. Cornella Capox up against CJ Bott, just barges Bott out the way. Floats one into a good area as well, and Enderby was millimetres from connecting. Really good work though from Liverpool's new number 7, Cornella Capox, on that far side, just to shrug off the challenger CJ Bott. Thibault. Nevin into Rose. Mace gets a body in the way brilliantly. Bumps into Bonner. Rose is going to continue under pressure from Holland. Deanne Rose picks out Cayman. Floats it towards the far post and just evades Jutta Ranteler at the far posts. You can see how quickly Leicester can spring the attack though, and all of a sudden they get bodies forward so quickly. They've got quality that'll be of a disappointment to them not to make more of it. 7 added minutes, which is greeted with a roar around the St Helens Stadium. The home support feel there's more in this. I think Leicester will feel there's something in this as well though. Both teams will be buoyed by the chances they've created and the near misses that they've had. Capox can't keep it in play. Matthews' pass is a little bit askew. Well, we've played a minute of the 7. I think the boos are for Leicester's time wasting. But in fairness, CJ Bott had to run a third of the pitch to get a ball back, so a huge amount that could be hurried from that instance. Here's Howard. And Thibault. Out to Deanne Rose. Great feet from Rose. Now space to run into. Lungor is tracking. Rose does really well. Still going, Deanne Rose. Mace forced to check back. Takarada. Oh, the slide ball to Rantala was the idea. Holland left in a heap. Enderby felt that perhaps the advantage would have been preferable. Yellow card first for Courtney Nevin. for what is perceived to be a cynical foul, I think. Now Matthews. Capox just lays it back to Matthews, and now Bonner. Fizzed into really good area for Parry. Stands up towards the middle of the box, and it's Kiernan with a really acrobatic header. Had to generate a lot of power to even get that into a contested area. Leanne Kiernan did so well. Here's Thibaut. Now Bonner. 3 of the 7 are up. There's still time for both of these teams to maybe snatch a winner. The counter-attack that Leicester are after now with CJ Bott. Little nutmeg, and now Takarada's got space. Mason, Deanne Rose racing outside her. A little bit much on it from Ruby Mason. Rose keeps it alive. Bott. Now Cayman. Rantala inside. Let's give it to you to Rantala, who shrugs away and floats it towards the far post. Mace with a header! And the flag's up for offside. What a moment that would have been. Delightful bit of play from Yuta Rantala. Little body swerve just to work half an angle, and then just clips it into a lovely area. Mace with a shadowed run into the back post. Neat little header as well, just offside. For a second, there are a few jaws that are dropped around us here at the St Helens Stadium. That would have been a turn-up right at the death. On the opening day of the Barclays Women's Super League season, there is still something in this game. It feels like it could go either way. Played 4.5 of the 7. Holland, good delivery in towards Bonner, headed away by Takarada, and now Mace. Fired into Deanne Rose, who can't quite keep it in Leicester City possession. Parry. Now the Liverpool captain, Taylor Hines. Kiernan has it robbed. Now Rose, only Rantala ahead, but 5, 6 Liverpool bodies. Rose skips away from one though, and Kerry Holland is tracking brilliantly. Thibaut with the throw. Now Leicester City are perhaps sensing there's more than a point in this. Mace. Good battle between Mace and Parry there, and Parry's still down. With 90 seconds left of the 7 to play. We might go a few beyond if Lucy Parry needs medical assistance. .60 seconds left, and Gemma Bonner has got us restarted. Now Matthews. Bott with a neat interception. Hines. Does Hines keep it in play? Just about. Bott clears it for a Liverpool throw. Now both teams are racing to get the ball back in bounds. Mace has it stolen away. All eyes will be on the referee's whistle as Nagano slides it into Holland. And Parry, early delivery in. Kiernan was lurking at the far post, headed away by Howard, and then volleyed clear And that is all that was written on the opening weekend of the Barclays Women's Super League. Matt Beard and Amandine Miguel shake hands. It was a really, really enticing game of football. Two teams that had patches in the game where perhaps they'll think they could have and maybe should have won it. Both cancelled each other out. Defences seemed to be on top. A really, really good game of football though. The first ever game of the Barclays Women's Super League at Liverpool's new home, the St Helens Stadium. There'll be many more moments of glory and nights to remember here in the future. But on the opening day, the first one ends all square. It was Sophia Roman Haug's open up on the brink of half-time for Liverpool as they nudged in front. And then immediately after the restart, Leicester City got themselves back into it. A neat little free kick from Cayman and Momiki sent Yuta Rantala through. And it was a brilliant finish by Rantala to level proceedings. Couple of chances here and there as the game petered out, but a point probably fair on the opening day. Two teams that will have a big say in the Barclays Women's Super League tale this season. It's finished at the St Helens Stadium. Liverpool 1, Leicester City 1. And here is how we got to an enticing 1-1 draw. Kerry Holland started proceedings up forcing a good save out of Lisa Kopp. Kopp had to be on form for a couple of times. The new signing, a good, encouraging debut for Leicester City from Noemi Mouchon. There's a player in there, definitely forcing a good save out of Rachel Laws. And here is the opener from Sophia Roman Haug. Decent delivery in from Herbinger. Just nods it into the far post. Cushioned header. The roar around us was felt very, very highly. Leicester equalised fairly quickly into the second half. Cayman taking it quickly. Look at that ball from Momiki. Hines can't quite get enough on it. First touch from Rantala's good. The second touch is even better. Brilliant finish, low into the bottom corner past Laws. Quality of Rantala is always evident whenever Leicester City play. Herbinger involved again. Holland takes it early, forces another good save from Kopp. Holland once more heavily involved as Herbinger sweeps it out to Hines, and Hines picks out Kerry Holland at the far post. Kopp again forced to turn it behind for a Liverpool corner. Gemma Bonner had a really good chance to win it. Late on, gets in between the two centre-halves and just nods it over. Leicester City thought they had won it. Rantala hangs it up towards Ruby Mace, who drifts in and nods it into an empty net. But the flag prevented Leicester City from writing a fantastic tale for them on the opening day. A really enticing game on the opening weekend of a brilliant Barclays Women's Super League season. This one is going to go the distance. This one is going to be brilliant. Make sure you join us for it. We've got countless games and countless pieces of content for you to catch up on the YouTube channel. But on the opening weekend at the St Helens Stadium, it's finished Liverpool 1, Leicester City 1.